Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, focusing on the new BIOMES DLC, this time in the tropical area. Now in the last episode we got things rocking and rolling, we got a lot of waste done, we have a lot of production going on over in this section, and we got some power going over here on the right as well, or on the left, in order to sell it, because we're actually making a little bit of money for the time being. Now we wrapped things up with understanding that, well, our coal production is going to need to do something with it. So our objectives today are going to be relatively clear, but also leaning forward to the future. So first and foremost, if you enjoy any of this content and you have been enjoying the series, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. It's been super exciting to see the channel kind of come back to life. We're at, at this point in time, just over 32,000 subscribers, which is something I never thought I would achieve anyways. So if you want to help that, totally do so. But we have another objective that we want to try to accomplish today. So we want to do something with our coal 100%. We have a ton of it. Actually, we have several tons of it. But also, I really want to get into the idea of constructing all of our own stuff locally, and that means turning on realistic building from resources. Now we don't have the availability to do that, and I'm not going to do it yet, but I wanted to kind of get a good feel on what it requires. So for instance, over here I'm building some more flats, which we did build a couple of more just to bring in some people. We need a lot of work days for one, but we need concrete, gravel, asphalt, prefab panels, and steel, and that's going to be quite a lot. That's actually quite a lot, and that's just for the actual construction. To just get groundworks going, we need 16 tons of concrete, 13 tons of gravel, and 10 tons of asphalt. Now, the good thing is that if we want to accomplish that, we can, for the most part. We can get a cement plant, which makes a ton of cement per workday. I would assume per worker, potentially. But regardless, that requires coal and gravel. And wouldn't you know it, but we have coal and gravel over here. Now, admittedly, we don't have a lot of gravel, but we can totally do that because we have, like a gravel quarry, which could make quite a bit, and I don't think it really requires all that much. And we could just go straight here. Nope, that's not actually what I wanted to do. We could figure things out. I don't know if gravel really needs to be in its own place. I mean, I see this, so I just don't know. Okay, so it does actually, there we go. So we would actually need to push it up against there. But again, logistically, we're starting to figure things out a lot more, and I don't think it's too big of a deal overall to handle it. We, of course, need steel, which requires iron. We do have an iron mine location across the pond, which we could totally easily, I say easily, access. We should have some pretty good sources up in the mountains. Of course it's up in the mountains. Why wouldn't it be up in the mountains? I mean, it's not too bad. It's definitely not like the quality level of our coal, but I don't know. There we go. Some over there. We'd have to do some really janky looking stuff to make that work, but it's not a huge deal at all. I think we'd be able to do that all right. The other things are things like aluminum, right? Because we do need aluminum. No, we would need prefab panels. So that's kind of some of the things that we'll get into in just a bit. But I do know that we need to get things rocking and rolling. So we're going to try and slowly start integrating production things that will allow us to get resources rolling. Now, as we can see here, okay, we do have an export, which is perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to simply do, we're going to do a train aggregate. And it's a really cut and dry job, I feel. Now, of course, let me know if you don't think this works. But I really like the idea of just building a nice big loop that goes around and meets. And we can have that rocking and rolling, because I actually don't know if trains have to go both ways. I don't think they do. I think they can simply load and unload in the same area. And then kind of just flip around, almost like, Sid Meier's Railroads or something. Let's go ahead and drop that here, though. We, of course, want to be able to provide access via that. And before we build that, we need a wood-based or a concrete base. The real question is, what is the price difference? Wow, that's 1,000 rubies. I said rubies, rubles, for 156 feet. Wow, okay, so it's really not much difference. 1,300 rubles versus 1338. Okay, cool. No, I like that. I dig it because that means that gives us a really easy solution. All right, so we are going to cut through here, and we do have a location over here in, what is this? Taijing? Taijing? Is it Taijing or Taijing? That we could totally utilize. So I think what we're going to do is we might break off. I'm obviously not going to do a tunnel. That's not super feasible, and I really just don't want to do it. So we're going to do that. We will, of course, need to be mindful of a train station that we're going to have to build in order for our trains to actually function and work. So I'll be right back. You might see a little time lapse here. I think it'd be fun to do and put some awesome music up. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, well, we have... Ooh, stop production. What? Oh, yeah, the coal power plant. We know that. We're up and running. Don't worry one bit. Okay, so we do have our stuff building, which is awesome and great. Super easy access. The train station, there we go. The train depot's looking good. We do have our aggregate loading station. Yeah, it's going to take a lot in order to do realistic building, and I don't really know how people do it. I don't understand it. That's great for them. I'm super excited that people are able to accomplish such a feat. I don't know that I ever will. And so what we need to do now is we need to purchase a new vehicle, and it is going to be quite expensive. We need to have a diesel locomotive. That is for sure. Length can be 100 or is 113 feet. Empty weight, 248 tons. That's a big boy though. Goodness gracious. I'm wondering if we can't, let's see. Let's purchase some cargo wagons and just see what that's going to run us. 51 tons, 89 tons, 69 tons. Nice. So if our pull weight for a diesel locomotive, let's take a look at it. Empty weight, 248 tons. Oh no, this is its empty weight. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. That seems like a ridiculous, maybe not. No, I think that is its empty weight. So I'm wondering just how far it's able to go. So let's go ahead and go. We're going to try this out. So we need to get, there's quite a few tons in here. I really don't want an open hopper. I really want a big, I need a big boy to be able to transport big boy stuff. But this may be the only thing I have to do. I swear we opened things up to, there we go. I don't know what happened. There we go. So that's a lot there. So can we do, there's 5, so that's going to be 350 tons per. I don't feel like that's crazy. There we go. We're going to put it at its max, and we're going to see what happens. All right, so I know we stopped production. We're going to do a new stop here. And then you're going to drop things off over there, and you're going to start, and we're going to see what happens. So Mr. Train's going to come out, and he's going to be dragging all of his stuff. The maximum speed's 60, or 62 to be exact, and it's working just fine. Now, admittedly, that's empty, which is okay. We're going to load things up. The real question will come, where are we going to go? Now, here's the thing, like, it's not going to generate a ton of money. View area where a possible issue exists. We're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. What's going on here? Is it too sharp? Is that the issue? I wonder what the issue is. Because it's just this part, and I'm wondering what's going on. Am I able to destroy stuff? I wonder if it's just too sharp of an angle. And we need to do something much more gentle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in professional YouTuber status, I've been muted for a while. So, to recap, because we do have to wrap up the episode, my kids are going to be awake soon, things of that nature. We added a nice little technical university, and in fact, we are going to force the government loyalty of professors to be at 100%. And of course, the students, we definitely need them to be pretty darn good there, but it doesn't have to be. So now we have a small headquarters of the Communist Party, and we also have a technical university. We also up and decided to build another water treatment plant, because one of the health issues is insufficient or polluted drinking water. And so now, if I am correct, all of our drinking water is as close to 100% as I feel we can get it. And it is going to start improving. The poor quality, I think, drops out at 98, which is a bit ridiculous. I think that the quality level should definitely increase or be lowered. We should be like 95 is, I think, a really good percentage. But regardless, what we see here is that the reason why our health is bad is that we have polluted drinking water. And so that should be good enough in terms of quality. Now, we do have pollution, which I need to figure out how to deal with sewage pollution, and that might be doing the same thing in building a plant there. Now, what we're also doing over here is we are exporting a good chunk of resources here. I decided to go ahead and build another station with another train who is just unloading there. Right? Am I right? Yes, you are. Now, the thing is, too, what we have to constantly think about is that, like, the more coal that we export, the less it's worth. And so we're just gonna, that's just a good industry for us. It's gonna help us kind of stay in the positive. We're still not completely in the positive. What I'm really thinking of doing in the next episode is making probably one of the most efficient ones, at least by my definition. And that's gonna simply be clothing. Clothing is a huge thing, or we could do aluminum depending on the processes they're in. But I feel like clothes are a really good thing that we could have locally, that they could pick up instead of us buying it, and then we could also do that. Last thing I want your guys' help on. I don't know how to get this. I don't know how to get this stuff done. Okay, well, we can add you. But like, I see they're dumping it, which is great, but are they getting it out of their own places is what I want to know. So I need to know how to do that. We also planted just a tons of palm trees and stuff, so hopefully that should be good. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm still super excited. This is just getting like super incredibly in depth, and it's kind of blowing my mind right now. And I am a little bit overwhelmed, but it doesn't mean I'm going to give up by any definition of the term. I just want to let you guys know where I am at and what's going on with everything that's going on here. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I feel like we're doing really good overall. We just got to really start making some money, and I need to figure out how to do that. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know by giving a video a like, commenting in the comment section, and of course, subscribing to the channel is always one of the best ways to support it. We are on our way to self-sufficiency. It's just taking quite a bit to get there, and I think we'll be okay. We just got to get there eventually. This is Havoc. I'll see you on the next one.